Hey guys, I'm Dan, and this is the Nerdy Dad Vlog. Today I have actually a few vintage action figures to show you guys. These guys are pretty near and dear to my heart. And As you know, or if you collect action figures, and you collect them specifically for the nostalgic reason, action figures may or may not just be toys to you. They may represent a period in your life or a particular memory, something fond, a fond experience that you had as a child or even as an adult. And so I have these action figures to show with you guys because these are near and dear to my heart. I keep on messing up, but I just have just a bunch of fond memories towards these figures, and I just want to share it with you guys. That's all. I can't think of what to say because I really love these action figures. I think they're awesome. Oh, and by the way, I got a haircut, as you can tell. It's too hot out here. I mean, I get irritated in the summer. That's just me. People enjoy the summer weather and they love the hot weather. I don't. I love the fall. I love fall fashion. And anyways, getting back to the figures. Here's the first guy, and he doesn't disappoint as far as I'm concerned. This is the Mattel Bartman action figure from the Simpsons line. Mattel had a Simpsons line back in 1990, and the only way I could remember this is because of the branding and the logo in the back, which seems to be a common theme with most action figures. One of the reasons why I love this is I was obsessed with the Simpsons. And I still am to a certain extent. Not so much now because I don't have time to watch TV. But I really love The Simpsons. And if you grew up in the 90s, like how kids in the 2000s, they love Family Guy. Well, we had The Simpsons. And back then, they were cutting edge, and they were really funny. They had a lot of satire, and I was really attached to these characters. I mean, seasons 1 through 9 were my favorite, and I guess they're near season 30, which is amazing. Almost as old as I am, which is aging myself. But I have a long history with the Simpsons. I love these guys. I think they're great. One of the distinct details that I can show with you guys, and by the way, it's raining and I'm in my car, so if you hear pitter patter or you're wondering what that noise is, it's raining. So back to the action figure. One of the most visible distinctive features on this action figure is a lot of these toys back in the 90s shared this common theme, and a lot of toys had the rubbery head, so you could squeeze the head. And I don't know why they did that. All I know is I love it, and I miss it. Just because I think they were much more durable, and I guess because I'm also biased, because of the nostalgic factor it has for me. So many great times playing with my toys, I would just squeeze the head on this action figure. Really great. I love Bartman as a character. I love the satire of Batman. And I love the colors on him. It's just, the colors are awesome. I'm missing the cape, which I probably might customize a cape later on, but like keeping them as is what I'm gonna do for now. So the light blue color scheme, and then you get the turquoise-ish blue on the shorts, the signature shorts. Then he has like the signature Converse knockoffs, and the rolled up socks, of course. What is really amazing about this toy, so it was made in 1990, so that's about 26 years ago, right? The Mattel Simpson figures are probably the most posable Simpson figures to date, and that's saying a lot, especially with all of the toy lines that try to recreate the Simpsons and represent them. This has the most points of articulation, and it's crazy to think about, but this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and only 6 points of articulation. And you know, these characters, you know, they don't really have to move much, but that is insane. I think the McFarlane, was it the McFarlane? No, the Nika. I know McFarlane had them at one point. So McFarlane made statue type toys, and they didn't have the same articulation that these guys had. And I could be wrong, because, you know, I've only had a few of the McFarlane toys, but I am really biased to these guys, for the fact that, you know, it's just, they have such a great stylized and respectful representation of these characters. They didn't try to change it too much. So in keeping with you know, like talking about the lines that Simpsons were on, so they've been on McFarlane, they've been on Mattel, they've been on Nika most recently, and then they've also been on Lego. I think they also made, during the Simpsons movies, the Simpson movie, they made a Quee, which is like a what does it call it? A distorted type of figure, and I have one of those. It's all beat up, unfortunately, but they made a vinyl, like a small vinyl, and not very posable, but really cool to have. I have one of those. I should have bought two, one to open and one to keep, but these are the most posable, and they came with the most accessories. I'll look into that, and if I'm wrong, you know, please correct me in the comments. But I love these guys, and you know, one day when I have the money, I'll try to complete the set. But these are amazing, and then when I have more storage, you know, that's always a problem when you're a toy collector, is storage. That's another problem, but this isn't a problem. This is an amazing toy, and definitely check this out. Hopefully I'm not drawing too much attention to the toys, because they're pretty affordable at this point, and definitely worth checking out. Here's another guy that I was really fond of, and still really fond of. This is the Tick action figure. I forgot who it was made from. Bandai. So Bandai made action figures for the Tick. As you can tell, the torso is discolored from oxidation. This was made back in 1994. So this is about 22 years old. Understandable, but I mean, it was a great satirical comic book, and then cartoon. Such great writing in it. Ben Edlund, who's also the creator of Supernatural, made this character, and this guy was a big part of my childhood. It was more like a sitcom than a cartoon, and it was a fantastically written cartoon. This particular character doesn't have too much points of articulation, and the joints are pretty stiff. I mean, for 22 years old, I mean, they're still really stiff. There's 1, 2, you got the head turns 360, that's 3, then he pops up, so he has a spring action. I guess that counts as 4 and 5. He doesn't really move the legs. You know, this is made to emulate him, jumping from building to building. If you've seen the cartoon, that's what he's known for. He just runs on rooftops and just destroys everything. But great toy, and just sculpting. I mean, it just holds up. If I can get that to focus, it just holds up. I mean, the broad shoulders, the small head, the coils on his head, just the muscular legs and everything. Just great toy. Love the Tick. I wish they recreated this cartoon and made it accurate as like the old cartoons. But great toy to have, and I'm glad I have this in my collection. And last but not least, Baloo. I forgot who this was made from. Playmates. Wow, Playmates made Talespin toys. And Talespin, if you're not familiar with the Jungle Book cartoon, the original cartoon, Talespin was a spin-off of the Jungle Book, and made the characters a little more civilized and had their own like universe where I don't know, like like there was like bears and I don't know, the whole Disney style. But he was a pilot, had a cool plane which is super rare and hard to find, yellow plane. The toys were really cool, really stylized. Not many points of articulation. You don't really need that many points of articulation for this guy. Tough plastic, pretty hollow. Not that much weight to it, but really cool. And the sculpting was amazing. I wish I could find more of these guys. I love these action figures. I think they're great. I think they stand out on the shelf. And I think at one point I was going to repaint this to restore it, but I'm just going to leave it as is. I love this action figure. It's great. Love Baloo. Love the Jungle Book. Love Talespin. Love DuckTales. What else? Darkwing Duck. That was my era. I love that era and I miss it. So, toys, many people, if they don't understand it, toys are just like, like grow up. You're a grown man playing with toys, but like life is short. Enjoy yourself, and if you love toys, then continue to get them. Within your means, but like just be yourself and buy toys. Like why not? People play video games, and like that's not frowned upon anymore. So. Why frown upon this? Toys are great, especially for nostalgic purposes. I have so many great memories playing with these toys that it's just fond memories of them. And that's my rant for today. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like or subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe, watch my videos, spread the word. If you love toys, I will be sharing more videos. I don't know who I'm going to review or showcase next, but I will definitely drop more videos soon. Thank you guys.